Hi guys. Yes, it has been so long since I posted a video, and I would like to just give you the progress of where I am at and what I'm currently doing. So I think in the last video I was in my second chemo, and I had just posted about the progress of it, and it is now almost a month or something. I have already had 6 rounds of chemo, and I'm having 10 more rounds to go. So the first 4 rounds were after every 3 weeks, and the next 12 rounds are every week. So I have finished the every 4 weeks, after every 3 week chemo, and now I'm receiving the weekly chemo. And I would just like to talk a little bit about it because yeah, so the first four chemo was called AC, and now I am having, I think, a combination of one or two. And what I'm also having is an antibody therapy. So it's a very interesting thing because I've had my first antibody therapy, and so they will be integrating the antibody therapy as I go through the chemo. So every week I receive chemotherapy, and then I think in the second week I receive antibody therapy. And what happened is now I go one day for chemo, I go the next day for antibody therapy. And it has been quite a journey. A lot has happened. Yeah, and I would just like to tell you a little bit more about it. So after the second chemo, what happened was um, I had low blood count in the third chemo, but it was not that low. You know, the thing is, before you're given the therapy, they have to take your blood and control for the white blood cells, the red blood cells, all the, the things that make up blood to see if it is enough for you to receive the therapy. So there's a standard number which the white blood cells should be at, and apparently mine were below it. So I was asked if I want to take the therapy or not, and I just said, please, I want to take the therapy because it was already 3 weeks and I was going to wait for another 1 week. That would be 1 month to receive one therapy. And yeah, I was asked to sign, so I signed. But the agreement was, in case I get any fever, in case I get sick or any kind of infection, I will be admitted at the hospital. Hi guys, how are you people? So I'm at the hospital. I'm waiting to get my third chemo, and the nurse has gone to check for the results of the blood values. If they're good, then I get the I get the chemo. If they're not good, then they see what to do about it. So I'm here hoping and trusting that everything will be well. Yeah, so it's the same thing like I had the first time and the second time, nothing new. Yeah, so uh, I'll see you guys after the chemo and update you on how I am doing. But so far, so good. Yeah, see you soon. So that was the agreement. But I thank God that within the 3 weeks period, as I was waiting to receive the next therapy, nothing really happened. I never got fever, I never got sick. But the normal, of course, the normal symptoms like the sweating and the vomiting and the weakness and the body pains, they were still there, but nothing dramatic. Then I went after and I took my fourth chemo. And in my fourth chemo, in the fourth chemotherapy, I think also the blood levels were very low. So this time I was given an injection to boost the production of white blood cells. And this injection, you should be injected within 24 hours after receiving the therapy. So this injection is called Neulaster injection. Yeah, so I received the fourth therapy and my blood values were very low. So I was told to go to the pharmacy and get this injection called Neulaster, and I was supposed to take it within 24 hours after the therapy. So which I did, and I ordered for it, and I went to my gynecologist. You can also go to your house doctor and you get injected. So basically it's an injection which you inject subcutaneously. So some people say they can also do it themselves, but I didn't have the strength to inject myself, so I looked for help. And yeah, so what happened within now, After I finished the four rounds of chemo, after every 3 weeks, I was given another 3 weeks before I could start the weekly therapy. So everything went well. I thank God. Um, yeah. Then I started now the weekly ones. So I have had the weekly doses twice. And in the second dose, I received the antibody therapy. So the difference between the first and the second chemo is that in this second chemo, um, in the first chemo, it was more like you get constipation and you lose your hair and your nails, and you know, like I had showed you guys, my nails became dark, my tongue became changed color. Like even right now, you see, my eye, is it my eyelashes? No, my eyebrows. All the hair was just going down. But in this second chemo, it's different in that the symptoms expected are more of diarrhea, less of vomiting or nausea, unlike the first one. So, and also there's a lot of nerve, it affects the nerves. So you get something called like numb feet and numb hands, and you're encouraged to walk a lot and be as active as you can, do a lot with your hands, because sometimes you get like the feeling of like you have small needles on your toes and feet, and you just know the feeling of numbness, and as if you have small tiny millions of needles just piercing your toes and on your fingers. And so this is one of the things, but the very interesting thing is that my hair is growing back. Yeah, so it's work in progress, but the small little tiny pieces, yeah, you would see there's a difference. The hair is slowly starting to grow back. So yeah. And last week I was not able to receive the therapy because my blood values were very low. So I went in like normal, and they took the blood to do the control, and they came back and told me, Faith, we are really sorry, but you have to go back home and come back next week because your blood values are very low and we cannot risk to give you the therapy today. I was kind of expecting it because after the second dose of the weekly ones and after the antibody therapy, my body was so weak. During the antibody therapy, I started to shake. I was shaking, I was just shivering, and it's like you have a fever or something. Your whole body is just shaking. And they came, the nurses and the doctor, and they stopped the flow of the therapy because you're also given as an infusion, like the drip. So they stopped it for 30 minutes and monitored me. And after the 30 minutes, they came and they continued. So while I was in the hospital, everything was fine. But once I got home, it started again. I started to shiver. I started to shake. I was having a fever. I was so weak. I was so tired. And so I even went to a friend of mine because I did not trust myself to be alone in my house. I live alone. So I just went to my friend's home and I stayed with her for the whole week. Of course, monitoring my own. I have my own thermometer, so I was measuring my temperatures after every 20 minutes just to see if it does not get better. I was going to go to the hospital. And also during that week, my mouth just got sores. I got sores on my tongue. I got sores on all over my mouth, so I was not able to eat. And this happened. So on Monday, I got the chemotherapy. On Tuesday, I got the antibody therapy. On Wednesday evening, I started with the sores. On Thursday, I thought it's a joke. I was still eating, but very little. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I didn't eat anything. I was just drinking water and maybe eating something very little. So by the time they were telling me my blood values are very low, I knew it could be because I was out of my routine. Yeah. So I was sad, yeah, but I was also a little bit relieved that at least I get 1 week to, just to gain back my strength. The weekly ones are very tiring, and they're very time consuming. Yeah. So they gave me something for the mouth. Um, it's just like a syrup which I use to clean my mouth after I brush it. I just use to clean my mouth, and it makes my mouth numb. And when I eat, so I'm supposed to do it like 10 minutes before I eat. And of course, after every meal, I should brush my teeth and maintain a very high mouth hygiene, which I have been doing. I also had to buy another toothbrush, which is very, 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 very soft, so that I can be able at least to clean the tongue and the surrounding areas, because the normal brush could not brush the teeth. Uh, yeah, because it was very so. So that has been what has been going on, and I will be going in for the third weekly chemo, which will be, I think, my seventh dose out of the 16 on Monday. Yeah, so basically that's the progress that I am in. Um, I'm also currently an active student at the university, so it means I've been attending my classes actively, and we are having our exams this month. So it's a very busy, 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 busy month, and it's not easy because, like, now you notice on Monday, every Monday, I am in for chemotherapy. Every second week, I am in for the chemotherapy on Monday, and on Tuesday for the antibody therapy. And depending on how the antibody therapy takes me, the doctor was saying that I will be going, because there are two types of antibodies which I'm being given. So I will be going in on Tuesday for one type and on Wednesday for another type. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're at the hospital. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, your body is fighting between recovering and resting and understanding itself. Then on Monday, you're back again. So I pray for strength. I just pray for focus, that even the exams that I'm preparing for, that at least I will pass them. I'll have the concentration to sit down and read them and pass them. And I'm also praying for physical strength to be able to do all these things that I'm doing. Yeah, so guys, that is basically it. And one more thing, I have received a lot of love from my friends and from my family. I have received a lot of visitors in this house. That's why I have not also been posting, because a lot has been going on. A lot of Kenyans have been visiting me also, just to check on me. So I know living alone is not easy, but at the same time, people keep on coming in, checking on me. At least every week, there's somebody who is coming through just to sit down and just we talk, and I really appreciate it. So I will talk more about a lot of things in the coming videos, God willing. If there's any question, or if there's anything that you would like to understand about breast cancer, or you like to understand about chemotherapy, antibody therapy, if there's anything unclear that maybe you have in your thoughts, you can please write in the comments below. Then I'll be able to address them in the next videos. And yeah, just to encourage everybody to be strong. And for the ladies, just to remind you, it is important to go get checked once in a while. If you have not been to the doctors, just go get checked. It's screened, get screened for the breast and for the cervical cancer. They have very efficient ways of doing it. So yeah, so I'm just encouraging everybody to do it. And yeah, for those who are having friends or family who are battling with cancer, just to encourage all of us to remain positive and offer these people a lot of support. So if you're in a position to just come and do it, just help them, go to their house and visit them, sit down, ask them how their day was and how their week was, and it just makes life a little bit easier. Yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on how the next antibody therapy goes. I hope I don't get this time all those things that happened. So I'll keep you guys posted, and yeah, I'm just wishing everybody a lovely time and see you next time. Please like and subscribe if you like this content, and for any question that you'd like me to address, I'll gladly do it. Yeah. So see you next time. Bye.